Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. And it's the Warriors to start out. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns. And it's Rubio in at the point guard position. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Wiggins throws it down.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
You know, when you're bad or struggling in the West, things can go south in a hurry. I mean, the Wolves ended with the worst record in the league last year at 16-66, and a lot of those losses came in their conference.
Now here's Garnett after the miss from Klay Thompson. And it's Wiggins missing. Martin against Curry. That's good.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Play him tight. Come on.
On the wing, Wiggins misses off the right iron.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Good on the 13-footer. Curry's got his second basket.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Right side, Martin. It's rebounded by Curry.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Curry attacking. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And now the Timberwolves on the break. It's stolen by Green. An even 3-on-3 break. Curry kicks to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got his first basket.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And the basket by Rubio. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Green, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and play to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Kevin Garnett. Rubio no good on the free throw.
And Ricky Rubio, one of the youngest international basketball stars ever. We started hearing about him in the U.S. back when he was 16. And even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
And going back to Rubio, Clark, his natural instincts in every phase of the game, as Greg was just talking about, are really second to none. In 06, he led Spain to a championship, registering 3 triple-doubles and 1 quadruple-double. Wow.
And despite those gaudy numbers, you just never know with an international star if, in fact, his game will translate to the NBA. Rubio's game obviously has.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Bielitsa comes in for Towns, and it's Muhammad in for Martin. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. So he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Here's Rubio following the basket by Stephen Curry. Rubio against Thompson. Jacks up a three. The Warriors pull it in.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And here's Rubio. Begovic with a screen. Shot clock at 6. Hit the shot. That misses off the backboard.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Rubio outside, launches a three. Another miss by Minnesota. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Thompson, banked in off the glass. Thompson's got his second bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here's Rubio. It's stolen by Curry. From 11 feet away, the shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 9. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Muhammad, and once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And finished off by Bogut.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Here's Bielitsa. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Rubio. The three. That is good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors ahead. They're up by 8. And we'll get things started in the second. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low-post presence, a big part of the success.
Celia is out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Livingston in at the 1 spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the 3 by Minnesota. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Spates sets a screen. That's tipped. They recover it. Timberwolves trail by 3. On up the court. Martin with the bucket.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Warriors have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Martin against Iguodala. Not enough on that one as it misses. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful chance.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Here is Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Looking to end the run. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And, guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
And the Warriors with possession here after the basket by Minnesota. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but you saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big. Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Hey, guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Kevin Garnett is checked in for Minnesota. Minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Iguodala kicks to Spates. Here's Barbosa and the rejection by Chang. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And so it's Golden State with it. In the second quarter, held scoreless. And Spates gets it to go.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Now here's Jones. Garnett, the screen. Here's Levine. Knocks it loose. 6 to shoot. Minnesota with the ball. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. Jones from outside. Rebound by Iguodala.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
From outside, off the mark. Minnesota leading by 5. Jang dishes to Jones. And the pass to Garnett. Kicks it out to Jones. Out to the right wing. From downtown, Levine can't hit.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And really, I like the movement and communication there.
It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Here is Livingston following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Now the feed to Ezeli. Shot is off. And Minnesota will come the other way. Garnett kicks to Levine. 56 seconds left now here in the second. Chang, a screen. Bean passes to Dang. Martin from outside, and good on the basket. Book it. Hey, Martin's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Kicks to Azili, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws. A testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Spates. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston.
And, you know, going back to Ezeli, impressive physically, 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural gift, watch out, watch out. Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Curry can't get it to go.
I'll tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
He could go. And the first half is now in the books. Timberwolves lead by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Guys, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, what has the problem been defensively?
We're a step late, I think. And, you know, they made tough shots. We can't take away from that. But for the most part, we have to find a way to guard that line if they're knocking down shots to keep them out the game.
Steph, thank you.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For Minnesota, the first quarter was not an easy one. They wasted no time putting themselves in a difficult situation, having some issues at both ends of the floor, and falling behind by 8 points by the time the period came to a close. They completely changed their approach and just dominated the second quarter, now in firm control with a 9-point lead. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Can this team please get fired up on defense? I mean, get angry.
And that's it.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Timberwolves leading by 9, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin are their backcourt. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Wiggins in at the 3.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Thompson for 3. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. Garnett's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Wiggins, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Andrew Bogut. Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league, Clark, for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
Free throw good, Wiggins.
And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he adds a consistent three-point shot.
And both free throws good for Wiggins.
And you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second move.
Martin goes in. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Garnett, the screen. Wiggins dishes to Martin. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Wiggins against Green. Now here's Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. Down low, Thompson. Good on the shot. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Warriors trail by 5. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Garnett kicks to Towns. Back to Garnett. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Barnes has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Spates checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Timberwolves also changing it up. Jang, he's checked in for Garnett. Zach LaVine comes in for Kevin Martin. And Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio. That'll be a 5-second call. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. To the inside. Here's Thompson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. That's 10 points for Klay Thompson.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Ball's not loose. Here's Iguodala. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games up until then. he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he had been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Left side, Jones. Iguodala with the steal. Oh, and here comes Iguodala all alone. And it's all evened up.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again. And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's Livingston. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points.
You know, for Iguodala at this point in his career, it's just about winning. He's had a couple of large contracts. He's made multiple all-star teams, but now it's about rings for him. And he got one.
Here's Spates. And he gets that one to go off the line. Spates has got it all tied up now for the Warriors. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Here is Livingston looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside, Jones. The dish to Levine. Jang, a screen. Levine, good. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Jones, the pass to Dang. Down low. Iguodala with the steal. Outside, Green. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And it's 7 points for Draymond Green. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. It's tipped, stolen by Thompson.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry. They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Jones dishes to Levine, and they get it, and he gets it to go. Levine's got 16 points.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Here is Livingston, defended by Jones, and the foul called on Tyus Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, 2 seconds. Substitution.
8 seconds left in the third. Here's Livingston. Knocks down the 10-footer. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. The Warriors on top, leading by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Warriors leading by 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Steph Curry's out there at Barbosa, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's the Warriors' 5. They get the rebound. Green kicks to Bogut. And the dunk by Barnes.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Rubio, the pass to Pekovic. In the corner, it's Martin. Here's Bielitsa. From 12 feet out, the Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's good from Barnes on the assist by Barbosa. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Passes it to Muhammad. Martin from outside. Warriors with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Barbosa gets the bucket.
Yeah, good looking bounce pass to set up that one.
And the Timberwolves call timing.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate.
More of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Flip Saunders was just going over the plan with his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets him going.
And Curry, certainly, Clark, a magician with the ball in his hands. He can really supply the terrific handle, razzle-dazzle moves, crossovers. He has it all.
He sure does, but on occasion he can be a little loose with it and turn it over some. That's been a focus both by him and the coaching staff. Attack, but do it with precision.
4 on the shot clock. It's Thompson off the drive, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. You know, do you think, Clark, his offensive style frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense, so that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
Rubio outside. Garnett, the screen to the paint. It's stolen by Bogut. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Now Garnett. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Could it have been any other way? I mean, last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
First one falls for him. Kevin Garnett was once the star here and now is acting as the mentor for all these young Timberwolves players. He won't let them slack even for a moment on or off the floor.
You know, it's that competitive fire that made KG so great, Kevin, and Minnesota made a savvy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad.
Minnesota making a switch here. Towns is checked in.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And guys, KG is so loved and has given so much to the area of Minneapolis, St. Paul, the state of Minnesota. he really, Clark, views it as his home.
And Kevin, you started with him there in Minnesota when he got underway in the league. Fans love having him there and involved with the franchise again for sure.
Curry against Rubio, and Green gets it to go.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And you know, for Garnett, after his playing days are over, I gotta believe he's going to be looking to take some ownership in this Wolves organization. He is a beloved figure here in Minneapolis.
Warriors leading by 6. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Thompson. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
And thank you, Doris. And he gets it to go.
And if KG did become a shareholder in the Wolves, it would be wild. I mean, could you imagine how intimidating contract negotiations would be with him sitting across the table?
Thompson misses. Timberwolves trail by 3. Guys, this offense very effective.
Point right at him.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Martin dishes to Garnett. Just 5 to shoot. To tie it up. And it's Martin missing.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
But you know what? You know, they've come this far. They're not going away now. There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Pass to Towns. It's stolen by Bogut. Curry against Garnett. Nobody near Barnes. Rubio with the rebound.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And it's Green with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Wiggins from outside sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
3-pointer, Martin, money! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
Nails it!
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Rubio kicks to Martin. Back to Rubio. Higgins outside. And the 3 off target. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul.
12 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Warriors, Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And no mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're down by 7. 11 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Golden State, Shabazz Mohammed.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of two is good. That trims the lead to 6. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
Well, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we Stephen Curry. And how'd you feel about his performance, Shaq?
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous. And he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet.